Hey guys, welcome back to my channel today. I hope you're all good. This was a little last minute stream today. I thought I would come on here for maybe 20 to 30 minutes today as a shorter one. I thought we could chat about the game. Obviously, yesterday I came on, my internet was so bad. I hope my internet's much better today. I hope I don't have many internet problems. I thought we could chat about what we learned from the game as well, because there's definitely a lot to touch on from that game yesterday. And yeah, I'm still really happy, still feel quite buzzing with that win, of course. I think that yeah, definitely great to get the result. As I'm aware, the Liverpool game is going to be on tonight, and I will be watching that. So this is why it is a shorter stream. I'm excited to watch that. I'm interested to see what happens. Obviously, I know the title race that is probably done for us, but it's just nice to watch a bit of Premier League football and see what happens. And obviously, we have Everton at the weekend, so I'm going to sort of see how we do play for that game as well. I'm interested to see how what happens in that game and how Everton play. So yeah, I'm interested to see what happens. But yeah, as I said, I'm excited to chat with you guys today about the game and go in a bit of depth about it. Yeah, it's going to be good to chat with you guys today. And don't forget to send in any questions, any comments, any of that. Do you like this video, guys, while you're here? Do subscribe here as well. And yeah, I can't wait to get started and chat with you guys. Now, obviously, we had a really important victory. I think a lot of us didn't think it was the prettiest of victories. It wasn't the most, comfortable, especially towards the end. But there's definitely a lot to unpack and a lot to be happy about with that. I want to speak a bit about Mourinho's form because obviously, throughout the season when he's came in, a lot of fans haven't really been too keen on him. I'll be honest, I think he's growing on me a lot more now. I know that goal yesterday was, a little bit lucky, had a bit of a deflection, but he made it happen. He was working hard to get in that space. I think Marino is definitely improving a lot. I think that he's picked up, a lot of goals. I think he might have scored five as a striker role, but I think we can be happy with how he's performing and I think it's all been quite positive for him. I know that he's not going to be our future striker, but I think if he's able to just step up and help us in these big moments, I think that is all that I'll ever really ask. I won't ever ask, him to do anything else. I just want him to keep doing that. And yeah, as I said, I think that he's not obviously the first choice. No Havertz when he comes back, he's probably the one that we would pick to play, because Havertz has been quite consistent last season. I know this season that is something that he struggled with. But for me, I just think that Mourinho's on a really good form at the moment, and yeah, I just really hope that he can keep it up. That it's something that we're going to continue to see during his sort of season at Arsenal, and we do need him in the really big moments against Madrid. I mean, he's very good in the box with his aerial duels. He's great at headers and all of those, and yeah, I think you've really seen him score these different type of goals. So I feel like for me, it's been quite positive to see how he's done in this role. I mean, I never would have predicted him to be be our striker for the rest of the season with how it's been going. I never really would have expected that. But none of us would have expected these injuries to happen, and these things have happened in football, and that's just how we're going to deal with it. It's the most important thing for us. Um, and yeah, I'm feeling quite hopeful about him. I'm interested to see how he does next season because obviously we'll have a striker. We'll probably see him in midfield a little bit more. But yeah, I think it's definitely something to speak about. I just think he deserves credit for how he's been performing because listen, I've said this from the start that I wasn't particularly I don't think he added much when he first came, and I think now he's playing in this position. I definitely think it suits him. He's definitely playing better. I just think he's a good player, and you can't ever deny that. Is he what we wanted? Probably not. But I think if he's doing his job, then I think we can all sit back and just be happy with that and appreciate that he's doing his job at this moment in time. He has scored quite a lot of goals. So, yeah, I'm feeling pretty happy with how it's going at this moment in time. But obviously, we've got really big games coming up, and we need these players to, step in and really do a good job. Um, big up AWFC fan. Who's been your player of the season? Thank you so much for your question. Um, if I had to pick one really strong contender, I did say at the start that Timber has been my player of the season. I think he's been amazing. I know Gabrielle's up there with me. It's a real toss between them both. I think they've both been amazing. Um, I think it's obviously hard to pick because I think, Tim has come back from a big injury. He's really stepped up and done such a great job. But on the other hand, Gabrielle has been massively consistent this season. So I'd probably go for one of them because I think they've both done a really good job this season. I think they've been amazing to watch, to be honest. And I feel quite pleased with how they've been performing this season. But I think Tim has definitely maybe surprised a lot of us with how he's been performing. He's been very, consistent. He's played a lot of football, hasn't he? Timber has played a lot of football. And yeah, I think we could all be really, really impressed with him. I'm going to speak a bit about Martinelli now. Now, Martinelli has been really good, I think. He's obviously, last night I thought he did really good. I think that he's obviously this season, I don't think has been his best season. I think we can all admit that. But I think if we're being honest, I think that how he performed yesterday was the Martinelli that we've all seen throughout the season, and I think he just needs to keep doing what he's doing and keep it up. Because there's a very good player of Martinelli. I think he's very, very good at what he does, but I think we just haven't really seen that enough this season. And I think if he plays like that, he definitely should be playing for the rest of the season. I mean, I know we have seen a toss up between Martinelli and Trossard on that left, um, but I would play Martinelli right now in that position. And I think he's done a good job yesterday. I definitely think that I just think he needs to keep up. I mean, I don't know if he's thinking to himself that his future might be in doubt if he doesn't perform, and I think that's rightly so. I think you shouldn't just be here because you've been here for a while. You've got to really earn your right to stay at Arsenal. Um, and I think if he just keeps doing what he's doing, if he keeps working his socks off, I mean, I think I've seen so much appreciation for him, and I think it's lovely to see. But I think yesterday was one of his best performances this season. I think that he did such a good job, and I think we can all be really, really proud of him. And big up to everyone that is watching this. Apologies about my cat making lots of noises. I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have. As I said, this one is a shorter type of video today, so I'll probably be on here just a little bit longer. I wanted to do a different type of video today as I've not done one like this in a little while. Big up to everyone as well that's watching. I do really, really appreciate it. And as I mentioned, I'm going to speak about Saka because Saka for me, I knew he wouldn't start yesterday, and I was really happy that Arteta didn't start him because he's come back from a big injury. And if we're being realistic, I think that it'd be unfair to just throw him in the deep end. I know some fans feel like we shouldn't really throw him in the deep end anyway, and some fans feel like we should save him for next season. I think if Saka feels ready, then I definitely think we should play him, but I think that it shouldn't be rushed. I think that we should play him when he is ready. And he seemed ready. I mean, he got about, I think he came on around the 60th minute, so he got a bit of time in that game. So I think that time was enough. I think as I said, he's done such a good job, and I absolutely loved his celebration. I don't know about you guys, but it really made my heart feel warm. He obviously went to hug the physio, who I'm pretty sure it was a physio, or a doctor that's really helped him during, his recovery. And I think that Saka really does show that he is class on the pitch, off the pitch, and I think that was a really big moment for him coming back. It's been he has been away for a little while, and we have missed him. It felt like a new sign and seeing him come back, and I think that it was so heartwarming and lovely to see how far he's come, and I think he is going to be really important for these Champions League games. I'm going to touch on Gabriel in a minute. I think at the moment we haven't really heard anything about Gabriel, but I do have to just mention that he is going to be a big loss, and I think he's really showing the importance. Gabriel's really showing the importance of his role at Arsenal this season. I think that he's going to be missed an awful lot if he is out for the rest of the season. We don't know what's happened yet. I don't really know, the details just yet about his injury, if he's out for a while. It depends. It really does depend how long he's out for. I'm really praying that if he is out, and if he's going to be out, it's not for like a month. It's not for ages. I think if Gabriel is going to be out, I think it's really got to be a short amount of time, because he is an incredible footballer, and he has done such a great job this season. As I've said before, he's up there for the player of the season for me. I think he's done such a remarkable job, such an amazing job. Yeah, and I don't know what we're going to do without him, I'm going to be honest. I just don't think, as I've said on my other video, I don't think Kivior is at his level. I don't think Kivior could really do what he can do. I don't think many players can do what Gabriel can do. I think Gabriel is a very um, special player, and I think that you'd be asking a lot of Kivior to really step up against Mbappe to really do that type of. Hey guys, I am back. I do apologise. I had to just go somewhere for a sec, but I'm having the worst time with my computer. But yeah, I hope you guys can hear me okay. And yeah, feel free to comment down below. I just want to put my thing back on Twitter so that people know I'm live. Give me 2 secs, guys. Big up to everyone that's watching this as well. I do really appreciate it. I was talking about Gabrielle. I actually I was in mid flow of talking about Gabrielle, and then my computer went funny. Yes, as I was saying with Gabrielle, I think he's really. I think he's definitely been a player of the season. I think a lot of us as fans appreciate Saliba, and we can appreciate that he is amazing. But I think Gabrielle has been amazing this season. I think that he's played a lot of football, and if we're being honest, I've heard people mention that should we have played him against Fulham yesterday. I think the problem that we're having is we don't want to sink further and further. Like we could easily be in a top four race, so I think we need to make sure we are staying where we are as in the second place, not dropping any lower. Um, but it did seem like he was playing a little bit too much when he had that problem with his hamstring. And yeah, I think there's times where Arteta could manage him a bit better and take him off a lot sooner. But I know that Gabrielle is, our defense is the key to our attack. Like we know our attack at times is a little bit predictable, but I think having our defense, making sure that's at our best is can help us because we've got Madrid coming up. We can't forget, and I think hey guys, I'm literally just gonna go on my phone and do this because my computer is messing up today. As I was talking about with Gabriel, that he is being like such an important player for us this season, and I really hope that he's not out for long. I don't think there has been any sort of updates yet, any announcements really. But it wouldn't honestly surprise me if he's out for the rest of the season or if he is out, for a long time because that's just our luck this season. I mean, one of our players comes back and another gets injured. So I think that's pretty much Arsenal season for a lot of us. It's frustrating, but I think as I was mentioning that I don't really know what we're gonna do for Madrid regarding um which players are going to play in defence. I mean, I know Saliba's going to play. I know Timber. I hope Timber's actually okay for this because we didn't actually know if he will be fit for this. I think he's had injury problems as well, which I think is pretty understandable for Timber because Timbers really struggled. He had a big injury. He's played a lot of football this season. I think don't let me know, guys, in the comments. But I think Ben White might still be injured. So I honestly don't know what's going to happen with Ben White. Like we do need him, but if he's not ready, then there's not much we can really do about that. And yeah, I just really do hope that we have the best lineup for Madrid. It's gonna be tough, but I'm excited for that game next week. It's gonna be really good. Um, yeah, so I think there's so much. There are positives to take from yesterday as well. I think as well when Neri, I definitely think he's a positive for Arsenal. He's definitely really helped us in our attack since um Saka's being out. I think he's definitely been a big part to play in how we've played and in our attack. I mean, yesterday, did you see that shot he had? I thought that was incredible. Um, And yeah, I think he definitely did a superb job doing that. And yeah, I think Wagneri's been an amazing player for us this season. I think he's very, very appreciated by fans, and he's came through the academy, doing a great job. Like Lewis Skelly as well, they've both been absolutely amazing to watch Arsenal um this season. I'm gonna try and go on my laptop now, guys. So give me a moment, and I'll be back on here. Hey guys, I'm just gonna stay on here for today, and I'm gonna try and sort my laptop out. But I just want to big up Ashik, big up Ashik. I hope you're good. Lovely to see you in the chat. I hope you're doing good today. Another one from AWFC fan, who has been Arsenal's most underrated player. That is a really good question, actually. This season is so tough to answer that because I think everyone's sort of appreciated in their own way. I think that's a hard one to answer. Um, I think Partey possibly has been quite underrated. I think he's been quite good this season. I'm actually surprised he's had his first season without any injuries. Like, when does that ever happen for Partey? It doesn't ever happen. So I think in that sense, I think it's been good for him to not have any injuries, any long-term injuries anyway. He has been consistent. Like, sometimes I watch him and I just feel like we need players that are on his level. But listen, he will be leaving probably in the season anyway. But I think for me, yeah, he's just been so good for us, and he's been a joy to watch for Arsenal. And I definitely would say possibly him. It is so hard to pick though because I think everyone's had their own credit, everyone's had their own. Um, listen, I think there's been a lot of good players for Arsenal. I think everyone's appreciated. I think everyone appreciates Timber. I think everyone appreciates our defence. Maybe if I had to pick another one, probably Raya. Um, I think this has probably been one of Raya's best season. Unfortunately, it hasn't gone our way, and it's a real shame for us. But I think he's been very good for me, in my opinion. Yeah, I think he's definitely been someone that's been at his best this season. I think he's done. Yeah, I think he's done a really good job considering we've been faced under, difficult circumstances with the league and with all of that stuff. I think it hasn't been easy for Raya, but I think he's done a decent job. He's definitely saved us at times. I think, yeah, he's probably been underrated. Yeah, I think a lot of fans do appreciate our players anyway, but it is that one was a tough one to answer. But yeah, I'd probably just say Partey, Raya the most out of everyone. Really, it is hard to pick, but I think those are the players that have really done a great job, that have really stepped up for me in a different way. There's been like the player of the season as well, if you're going back to that question, there's so many um, players you can pick and, give credit for. It's a tough one really for that. But yeah, those are the players that I would pick. It has been a tough one to take, this season. It hasn't hasn't been easy at all. And if you guys have any questions as well, you want to ask me as well, um, while you're watching this, as I'll probably see you on for 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes possibly. I do appreciate everyone. This was a little last minute stream, but I was gonna go live with someone today and something happened and yeah, I just really appreciate everyone that's watching this right now and yeah, I'm hopefully I'm gonna have to use a different laptop for my next stream, but we'll just have to see what happens. But big up as well to everyone that is watching this. I do really, really appreciate it. And yeah, your support is very much appreciated. And yeah, obviously the big game tonight, Everton, Liverpool. I think a lot of people were watching that, so I'm excited to see how that goes. But yeah, guys, I will be on here for a few more minutes. I'm just gonna share this on my phone so anyone can check it out. But yeah, I know there's a few of you watching right now, so I am very grateful for you for joining me today. And yeah, I do always appreciate your support, guys, as well. So don't forget to send in anything you want me to answer at all, or yeah, I do. It's really weird to use my phone when I'm doing this because I used to use my phone to film my videos. I obviously use my laptop now, but the quality is still not bad. It's just different, to, what I'm used to. But big up to everyone as well, and I should have technology-free problems when I'm next back. I will be filming a preview as well for the Arsenal Everton game that's coming up this weekend. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching my show today. I do really appreciate it. I do apologise again, my laptop hasn't been the greatest. I'm just going to check one more time if it will let me back in, as I would prefer to really do it on my laptop. I'll be back in a sec, guys. Hey guys, it has let me back in. Just give me a minute. Yeah, I'm finally back on my laptop after that stressful time. I do want to stay on for a few more minutes. As I have finally got a connection. But yeah, thank you all for watching today. I just wanted to say if you guys want to send me